Trash. It's something we throw away every single day. You wash your hands, you get a paper towel, and you don't think twice about it. You throw away some food that you haven't used. You throw away, recycle even, a glass bottle that you've now refreshed your thirst with. But once that goes in there, where does it end up? Despite what you may think, there are many other resources out there that we typically think that we need to conserve. Take for energy, water, electricity, anything that you can think of. But generally, we don't think about our waste, that is, conserving our waste. And ever since those 3 R's came out, reduce, reuse, recycle, it seems like that third one has stuck in people's minds more than the other two, reduce and reuse. They think once it goes in that blue bin, it just ends up at another recycling plant and it turns into a new thing and no big deal, right? But what many people don't realize is that when they throw away, take for an example, a plastic water bottle, plastic degrades over time, especially when it's mixed in with the single stream recycling bins that we have. Those materials mix together and the contaminants can cause the material that would otherwise be recycled to degrade until it's no longer profitable, because recycling is still a business for many companies to recycle. It is better for their bottom line to just produce more waste and to produce more material. So, take the family, the household. If everyone were just to reduce their waste by just a bit, we could reduce how much goes into landfills. So, I set out on a quest to figure out how much trash my family produces. Now, we are a family of 5, and we generally, I think, produce a lot of waste. So my hypothesis is that my family produces over 10 pounds of trash on average. And I wanted to see if I could find some ways to help us reduce that number. Here's the video. So, to track my results, we have a trash can right here, and we have a bin that I set up so to visualize the things that we are, quote unquote, recycling. I set up a table right here, and each time my family would mark, they missed some, but they would mark each time they threw something away. And I will put this into a better visualized table later in the video. Set up a scale that I would use to measure the amount of trash that we had going on it. At the end of the week, I plan to look at all of the results and try to formulate some ways to better reduce our waste and the waste that we produce. So I took the results for one day. I separated the trash that we were throwing away into recyclable and to non-recyclable. So things that we include in recyclable would be plastic, glass bottles, like soda bottles, aluminum, like soda cans or sparkling water cans, cardboard, just different types of containers that we can throw away, food containers that hold like plastic bags in them. You can recycle those, and then paper. So things like sheets of paper that you're not using anymore, things like that. And then on the non-recyclable side, we have non-recyclable plastic. So that's plastic that's been contaminated with anything like food, or that the different numbers that are on the bottoms of different plastic, the PET codes. Some things we can't recycle here. I think we only go up to 5, and some of the things that are produced have a 6 PET code. Things like food, of course, are just trash. You can't recycle those. Food containers, so that's things that also have been contaminated with food to the point where you can't really wash it out and then recycle it. Non-recyclable paper, so that includes things like paper towels, and then other miscellaneous things. So as you can see, in one day, we recycled less things than we threw away. So that just shows that that's just in one day. So if you're looking over a week's span, right, you're looking about, in 5 days, 180 items of trash. That trash can that we have can only hold so much. You're producing a lot of waste. At the beginning of the week, I took out a trash bag and I weighed it on the scale that I showed at the beginning of the video. And we had 11.2 pounds of trash. If you're talking about maybe throwing away 3 bags of trash in the trash can that we take out to the curb,
every week or so, and you multiply that by 52 for the whole year, that's about 1,747.2 pounds of trash. That's almost the same weight as a 2-ton elephant. That's a lot of trash. Now, I did some things that I will talk about after this clip to help us reduce our trash. And I reduced our trash by about 32% to about 7.7 pounds of trash. While that is a lot, and we still think we can get that number lower, that just means trash, not recyclable things, but things that we're throwing away in trash cans. If we can get that number even lower, that's going to be, over time, a significant reduction. And everyone does that, it will add up.
As you can see, we did reduce our waste. I will now talk about some things that you can do and that everyone can do to make sure that your family isn't producing more trash than needed.
Generally, my family keeps these for different things like picking up, dog poop, nasty stuff like that, and for carrying different things. But a lot of times, these things just get thrown away. So what's a great way to buy your groceries without using one of these plastic bags? Well, you can use a tote bag. Now, the best tote bags are linen and cloth, but we have these, and generally the linen and cloth are more environmentally friendly, but you can use these to generally reuse these to pick up all the groceries that you need, and these are super cheap. I got each one for like 99 cents. That's one great way to reduce. Another great way is with a reusable water bottle. If you're someone that drinks 2 plastic water bottles a day, and then that's 10 bottles, that would be 14 bottles a week, and you're talking about that every single week. That's a lot of plastic bottles. So instead of opting for something like plastic bottles, use a reusable water bottle. These are great. You can fill them up at any water fountain. You drink out of these all day, and then you just wash it out. Boom, more trash that's depleted.
Now, about the food waste. If you're someone that's throwing away a lot of food, like vegetable scraps, fruit scraps, those things can be composted. Now, a compost is a great way to reduce the amount of trash and to make use of the amount of trash to generate something healthy, like new plants that reduce the amount of carbon that's in the air. For one thing, that's a great way to reduce carbon emissions, and you can grow your own healthy food and save you money. We don't have a compost because generally my family, besides me, isn't the most environmentally friendly. I've been trying to talk them into it, and I've done well at getting them to use more reusable water bottles and to use tote bags instead of the plastic bags at the grocery store, but we've yet to make a compost. Now, a compost is just made of dirt that you turn, essentially, and the bacteria that gets put into the compost breaks down the materials and turns it into fertilized soil that you can use to grow other things. That's a great way to reduce the amount of food waste that you have. So this week, I learned something that wasn't so surprising to me. We produce a lot of waste in this household, and there are many ways that you can reduce it. My hypothesis was, of course, correct, that we produced over 10 pounds of trash on average, 1,772.2 pounds of trash per year. I'm sorry, 1,727.2 pounds of trash per year, excuse me. And generally, that's a lot of trash. So, next time, before you drink a plastic water bottle and toss it into the blue can, think twice. Think, maybe I don't need to be having one of these. Petition to your school to help institute some ways that you can reduce your waste, or even just do it in the household. Talk to your family. There's many great ways to reduce the amount of trash, and it all starts with you. Not the city, not the municipality. It starts with you. It's up to you to reduce and reuse, not just recycle, but to reduce and reuse the amount of trash you're generating.